Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing, bringing you my 90th Forger review, pure evil WTF. And I cannot believe I'm already at 90 goddamn reviews. It's crazy. I'm probably gonna try and do exactly 100 by the end of Halo Reach, and then when Halo 4 comes out, I'll restart them with number 1, and people can get, people in Reach who got them can get them in 4 again, because it's a totally different series. But anyways, this first map here is a really good Supercross racetrack, and this one's called Watchtower SX. And I think the theme of it is that there's like a few towers in the map where one would watch you. But it's a really nice looking SX track. And one point that I want to make that I think is important for his review, he's only 10 years old, which is crazy because I've talked to him a few times, recently. He's really mature, and he kind of has a higher pitched voice, but it doesn't sound like he's 10. It's not like that high pitch, and he's, mature, and he's nice, and a lot of little kids are either annoying or, I don't know, a lot of them are, just immature, and he's not at all. And he's clearly a very talented forger for his age. I really love his maps. This next one here is called Grasslands GP, which is a Grand Prix map, which is like a realistic type of racetrack that you would see in like Forza or Need for Speed or Gran Turismo. And I really like this map particularly out of all the Grand Prix maps because he uses a grass mod. Well, not a grass mod. He uses a tin cup mod, which, essentially means a grass mod. And what he does is he makes a lot of those racetrack games, you see, like turns through like a road with like, rocks going up it, and then you go through like some tunnel, and then you come out and there's like a turn, and there's like a turn around like a grassy area, and right in between the turn there's like just grass. And with the tin cup mod, with hundreds of tin cups, he was able to make it so it looked very realistic, and it looked like you were driving around a turn with like actual grass there, so it looked really nice. And with all the grass pieces, especially a piece like that, you would think that there would be a lot of lag, but I have a full lobby here of 16 people, and there was only a tiny bit of frame rate lag on the very last turn, which is the turn I'm on now. There was no other frame rate lag anywhere else on the map, and there was no other kind of lag. I mean, if you go in an overview in like Theater or Forge, there's sort of lag, but other than that, there's not. Just because there's so many pieces in one place, you would think there would be. But anyways, this next one is Mid-Morning ST, or Short Track, and it's kind of like a little bit of a city theme to it. There's a few buildings and a street light, or a lamppost, I guess, that you see. And I love the lighting of this map, because it's supposed to be like, between like maybe 3 and 7 in the morning or something, just like probably a little later than 3, between like 5 and 8 in the morning maybe, right when it's like getting light, but it's not quite light out, but it's not dark either. So I love that. And a lot of short tracks don't feel like Supercross tracks like this one does. A lot of them kind of have a short track feel to them, or they'll be on terrain. This one pretty much just feels like a Supercross track, except shorter. So instead of feeling like a short track, it feels like a Supercross track, except just, shorter. I love that jump in the middle that you go over in both directions. It works perfectly. It's, a really nice map. A really nice jump on a really nice map. Anyways, this next one is Applegate SX, and I love this map. It's got a few cool scenery pieces. It's got like a tower and a few other little buildings. It has bleachers right across from where you start at the spawn area, and again, the jumps work really great on this. There are quite a few like smaller jumps. I noticed that a lot of the new Supercross forgers, there's like all of a sudden 100 of you. That was Sal points right there. That was awesome. But I noticed that there's so many new Supercross forgers, but a lot of them I think just try and get as many maps out quickly, because it seems like a lot of people make really small jumps that, so they can just build a map in a day or two. And I'd really like to see, some bigger jumps, because a lot of the people I've been reviewing lately have made like smaller jumps. I do, however, love that jump I just did. It's like a big like square jump right over an earlier part of the track, so you go under it earlier and then you jump over it. In any kind of racetrack, not just Supercross, I love it when you can go over and under a part of the track different times. right here there's a little shortcut that I didn't even know about, but I was racing with Pure Evil. He was in the game with me, and he was driving in front of me and kind of pushed me accidentally as he was turning through the shortcut through like a little building scenery piece, and he kind of pushed me towards it, and so I just went through and it worked out perfectly, so I thought that was kind of funny. But anyways, this next map here is called Pure Racing GP, which is a Grand Prix map again. He made this one with Unknown Gaming 32, and I'm sorry, Unknown Racing 32. He made the next map that I'm reviewing with Unknown Gaming, and I always get the two mixed up because they're both unknown. But anyways, this map is another really cool Grand Prix map. I definitely like the idea of Grand Prix maps. I'm not sure who exactly first started making them. I know they've been made for pretty much since Reach came out, like a year and a half ago. I'm not sure who made the first one or who made it popular, but I like them. They definitely would be good for tournaments, and I know they're used a lot for like racing tournaments, which is awesome because they're just like more realistic maps, racetracks, I guess, as opposed to, you know, double wides and roller coasters. But those are just fun to make. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't big at all in Halo 3. I'm not sure if there was any. So it's definitely one of those things like the city tracks that just came out in Halo Reach and were just thought of. Right there you see an FA sign, which is Forge Anatomy, which I believe is one of the YouTube channels he has, and I think that's the one he runs with Frederick11, who I already reviewed. But anyways, this next map is Unknown Evil SX, and this is the one he made with Unknown Gaming, not Unknown Racing. But anyways, this map is a really cool Supercross racetrack, and there's a few scenery pieces. It almost looks like they're buildings that are like falling apart, like leaning towers of Pisa or something. I'm not exactly sure what exactly they're supposed to be, but they kind of look cool. I fail a few jumps on this map because when you race with 16 people, you'll find that it's very hard to get a good lap. And, you know, I usually like to try and get one good lap for when I record, but it's very hard. I do love this part here, this turn through the grass, how there's a good jump up, down, and a good jump up and a good jump down. I kind of messed up the jump down, but I love that part, how you go up there. And, but yeah, it's very hard to get a good lap with 16 people because people are bad racers. They really are, and they're always crashing, and they're respawning in front of me and making me hit them and knocking me off and stuff. So it's very hard for me to get perfect laps on every map. But I do definitely think it's better with 16 people. I think it makes the map look cooler. This last map here is called Pure Likes to Freddle SX with Frederick11. They just made this map in like a day. I came into their game when they weren't quite done with it. It's a really cool map with some cool scenery right there. There's like a lake with water, the Forge Anatomy sign, and there's this little bridge that Frederick made that works as a perfect shortcut if you take it right. It's very challenging to take it. You'll see me take it at the very end of the review at the start of a second lap. And again, with this one, I get messed up on the first turn up here, and so it just messes up my whole next section. I apologize for that, but it does, all the jumps do work. I was one of the testers for this map while they were making it. And Pure Likes to Freddle. I don't know when the whole thing started where when you have a Supercross track, you name it, you know, if you co-forge it, you name it half of each of the two people's gamer tags SX, but it seems like that's been a thing lately. I love this whole part here because you jump up and down this giant hill, which is really fun going up and down it while doing other jumps, so that's definitely really cool. But I guess Freddle is like an uncomfortable hug or something. They looked up the definition, so I guess Pure Evil likes that. But anyways, definitely go to his file share and download his maps. He's 10 years old and can forge this well. He's made tons of great maps, so please go check them out. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it.